Hey everybody! Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Full Circle Aesthetics, where practical and holistic health meet somewhere in the middle. I'm Tiffany, and today we're here with Xande Cruz, local artist, percussionist, and band leader. This is Full Circle Aesthetics, where practical and holistic health meet somewhere in the middle. We promote health and well-being by sharing various ways to uplift, energize, and live. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of returning full circle. So let's start from the beginning, because you have a very, very interesting journey. So it started out as a youth, banging beats back in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yes.
So
everywhere.
You transitioned here to the U.S. Let's start from there. Your transition from Brazil to here in the U.S. and tell us how that brings us to now.
Yes. In 1988, October of 1988, I moved from Sao Paulo to New York City. And soon after that, I started meeting other Brazilians that were playing Brazilian music in New York, which was something fascinating to everyone. So soon after that, I started playing in dance classes with my friends, and soon after I start buying instruments and taking classes and practicing, but always having as almost like a hobby, because we did, in my family my immediate family, we don't have any artists per se. Everyone is a 9-to-5 hard worker, So even the mentality to adapt to be in a different country and doing something that it's in you, but nobody ever mentioned or even believed in the possibility to be something that you can make money and have a living.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not, not to say that, music can be very lucrative, but it's a journey. It's not something that people are, and we know plenty of artists who have been discouraged. You can't make any money from doing that, and that'll never pay your bills, but you defied all the odds, my friend. You're doing good.
Well, because it's not really a choice. I mean, I still have all the stuff that I do in order to make money, but the music, making money or not making money, it's on you. It's in you. So if you don't do it, you're gonna be less happy, but you're gonna keep living. But I try to be a little bit happier every day, so that's what makes me happy. That's what I do, and but you cannot always expect to be paid or make that kind of money. Exactly.
Well, following your heart isn't lucrative at first, but it's there for a reason. So I always think it can be, but you have to sometimes be in a place where you're able to withstand the storms until then. And that's why we have our other jobs that we have while we're building our greater goals. So I respect that. So, you were in New York and then you came. How did you transition to Philly?
Well, that was my first, both times that I came to this country. First in New York was a crazy situation real fast. I was expecting a friend of mine to be there waiting for me. We've been communicating by letter forever, someone that I grew up with, and she never showed up to pick me up. So that was the first time. The second time, me and my ex-wife, we went back to Brazil. We lived there for 2 years. We're coming to the U.S., to New York I was going to do some recordings. She was going to do some makeup artist. She makeup because that's what she does. And we were going back to Rio, paying rent, but living in Brazil, which was great. But we arrived at September 11th, that same morning. But the flight from Brazil comes pretty early, so we were out of the JFK by the time that it happened. Like, we're crossing the Triborough Bridge around 8:30 in the morning, and we saw the smoke. And then only when we got to my friend's house, we were able to find out what was that. So some of the jobs got canceled, some of the jobs got postponed, and a friend of mine had showed a tape, one of my demos, to a local guy called Jim Hamilton. He used to work with Boys to Men back in the day. He's a great musician, great friend, and he invited me to come to Philly and start recording. And And that's how I ended up in Philadelphia.
Yeah, look, hey, the universe always has a plan, you know. So tell our viewers, what is the difference? What can they expect to hear that is different between the first album and the second album? First album, Loose, second album, Forte.
Well, the difference is this music is gonna be a little more. I will have a heavier influence of electronic music. You know, I'm having live instruments, and some of the songs has back vocals, and along with the digital music, yes, I'm blending the two elements.
We can't end this segment without talking about also this wonderful project called Hey You. You are music director for a wonderful project that helps children with attention deficit disorder stay focused and organized. And tell us a little bit about that. That sounds really cool.
That's a project that my friend, it's an old friend of mine, Mindy McNeil. She's the founder of the Hey You app. It's an app, but also it's extending to programs in school, which is instructions to day-to-day tasks in form of a music, of song, you know. So the child would memorize the instructions, but in reality is memorizing a song, you know. So she writes the instructions, and I turn into music.
Nice, nice. And it's literally like clean up, put on your clothes, brush your teeth, like, because, you know, these are things that, you know, children with attention deficit disorder, they can, I mean, it's attention deficit, so which means the attention to details are of a deficit. So, you know, making music, and they're more so focusing on the music, but it's also helping them to be a little bit more focused on each task as they do it. So, thank you. It's been great. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about Xande, please make sure you check out his website at the link below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and ask any questions that you like at the comment box below. Thanks again for tuning in for another episode, and we'll see you next time.